Hey everyone, it is March 1st, 2018, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been a fantastic day. I'm in a really good place and excited for a productive session as usual. Gonna hit some online classes here, update you guys with what's going on that front. Going to hit a light guitar practice, share my progress as I typically do. Then going to listen back to the drum takes I did yesterday, see if those need any more work, and then possibly, well, definitely sketch out the final chorus drum part for this tune, and then make some adjustments on the current bridge section part that I'm working on with the drums. Then I'll probably take a little breather, jump back in, and listen to the rough cut I did for the intro of the new tune that I started a couple days ago, and just make some adjustments there, figure out sonically the direction I want to go in with the bass line, and then yeah, just get back to work on that, moving it forward. So I'm gonna probably take a lighter day physically, do a little bit more online classwork, a little bit more sort of passive learning, maybe some more social media posting, that kind of stuff that's just less physically intensive, a little more mentally intensive. Just give my body a little bit of a rest at the end of the week here, and but still grind and still just kick bootay. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. Let me know if you have any thoughts or questions as we go. Let's get to work. All right. I'm not going to lie, today was a big loss. And it's completely my fault. I was late to the session and I got distracted during the session. I just was in a state of mind all day that really leads to compromised results, which is just like I was too relaxed. And I think there's, the relaxed and focused state of mind and body that's really great and leads to enhanced performance versus like tension. But if I'm so relaxed that I'm just like, oh, whatever, I'll get to that at some point, or I'll just take it easier today, that kind of thing, like things just don't get done. I don't stick to my timing plan for the day. I'll lose an hour, I'll lose 2 hours, like it's nothing. I mean, it's just so easy for me to do for some reason, to get distracted and just my mind will wander. So and it's funny because I've never thought of myself as like an unfocused person, and I don't generally experience myself that way, but I've started to realize as I've pushed the limits of my own productivity and level of focus that I do have a big puzzle that I really want to solve, which is sometimes I'll be really locked in on my plan for the day and I can execute super well and get things done. And then other times I'll just rationalize the fact that I don't need to do that for some reason. And I'm just starting to see like the key to the game is not necessarily that I've gotten great results on a particular day, or that I've checked a certain number of boxes in the day. The key to me really feeling good about what I'm doing and having peace of mind is I executed to the best of my ability on that day. And I'm just starting to realize like that is the number one thing for me in my life. And it's great. It's great to see that. And one of the ways that I've seen that is just failing to do it and seeing the results. So to be more specific, I kind of was running low on food. I went to the gym last night, and so I was like, well, I gotta have food if I'm going to be working out. I can't just starve my body. So what I should have done is just ordered from this grocery delivery company that's super convenient, and it gets really expensive if you do it the same day. But like for me, I've just realized time is more valuable right now. It's just so important to do that. So even if it costs me an extra, whatever, to get groceries without me having to go to the store and spend an hour, in the parking lot and checkout line and all that stuff really adds up. It's just not an option. And I was talking to my girlfriend last night, talking about how it's so much easier for me to live in a yes no world, where if I know I'm supposed to be doing something, I just do that and there's zero other options. But I think my habit up until this phase of my life has been just negotiating those types of boundaries. And I think if I give myself any room to negotiate, then I'll just negotiate for wanting to feel good in the moment, just like whatever I want in that moment. And my momentary desires just aren't always compatible with my big picture desires. It's like being on a diet and you're like, you know what I really want right now? I just want to eat that fucking cake, and I'm not even going to think twice about it. But then you feel so guilty and you feel bad and you've screwed up your diet, and then you gotta, then you got then you're, 3 steps forward, 10 steps back or something like that. And that's kind of how it feels, is just I'm shooting myself in the foot. I'm corrupting my trust in myself. I'm not keeping my commitments to myself. And yeah, I'm setting the bar high. I'm asking a lot of myself on a day-to-day basis, but I know I can do it. I know I'm capable of it. And I know that the person who I want to be and who I really am is not the type of person who just blows it on a day like this. So I'm just frustrated with myself, which is fine. And sometimes we got to be hard on ourselves to get results. Sometimes we just don't live up to expectations, and that's not okay, man. Especially when we've made a commitment. That's the key. If you made a commitment, if I make a commitment, I want to be the type of person who finds a way to follow through no matter what. So I'm just working on that with myself. So anyway, what I'm going to do, because obviously all the strategies I've been trying to handle this haven't been working, what I'm going to do is start self-signaling a little bit more, and I'm going to change the background on my phone to just say timing is everything, and to just see that 100 times a day. I look at my phone at least, I don't know, maybe not 100, I'm not sure, I should probably count, but like plenty of times a day I look at that. And I think if I just get that phrase in my mind over and over and over and over again, I'll stop forgetting and, letting my mind lead me down some path that's just not essential. So I'm going to try that out, and I'll see. And, some of my mentors right now, they're really into that self-signaling stuff, so I'm going to borrow from them and just see if I can use it to my own effect. But anyway, I did get into the online class front, got some good takeaways from the Savvy Musician Academy ebook. Launch day, the main thing about that is you do want to have everything pre-prepared beforehand, so launch day should be relatively stress-free, should just be like replying to stuff. On Bandcamp, you do have to make your album live manually, so there's a couple things to do like that. But a really good tip that I don't think was on my radar before is taking all your songs from your record and uploading them to YouTube at that point, especially if you've only had a single out. Because if your music's really good, someone else eventually will upload it to YouTube, and it's better that you do it because you want that traffic going to your site, your page, and people going to the links that you want them to go to. Because that is a huge benefit of YouTube, is it's free, it has a lot of engagement, a lot of attention, and so you can use it to drive traffic to where you want to drive traffic to. Then got into the Stephen Curry Masterclass. Main takeaway from that today was just about having a consistent warm-up routine for a game, which I do, so that's encouraging. Got into the Annie Leibovitz class, more about lighting photography, and she gave a good assignment, which was photograph the same person in the same place at different times of day, like morning, afternoon, and evening, and to start to see the difference of light and how light matters at those different times of day, and to form your own opinion about what you like and what you don't like and why, which I thought was great. She's all about experiential learning, which I think is really cool. From there, I had some food because I was really hungry, and I didn't have great food with me because I was kind of improvising on food today, like I mentioned, and so that started to hurt me later in the session, and I'm really sensitive to what I eat right now, which is a good thing, I think, in the long run, but definitely can make it challenging when it comes to feeding myself enough on a regular basis. But there's so much I could have done to avoid that, and I just blew it, honestly. Just completely blew it. So, from there, I got into working a little bit on music stuff, and I I listened to the drum takes I did last night. Sorry, I'm a little out of it right now. Listened to the drum takes I did last night. They were, as I suspected, just okay. They were okay, but none of them were truly great, so I'll probably do some more work on that on Saturday. I'm going to take tomorrow off, deal with this move stuff, and try to get some more logistics handled there. Then I sat down on the drums, did a little bit of playing, just, make my body feel okay for the day. Then, because if I don't play for a couple days, I start to get they start to just not feel good. So then I sat down, listened to the scratch takes I did for the baseline last night. It sounds okay, but it definitely needs more work, and it could be a lot tighter and a lot cleaner. And so I just sat down and started working on that part a little slower right now. And I just want to get that really perfect so that when I do sit down to traffic, it's just like, track it, it's just like bam. But yeah, it's definitely technical. It's definitely a lot of nuance to it, and I really want to nail that, and that takes time, it takes focus. So that's the session. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys are out there grinding towards your goals, enjoying the process. That's what I'm out here doing, and I'm trying to embrace my own failures, trying to embrace my losses, but the reason I'm embracing them is so that I can turn them into strengths, not so that I can continue to fail. So with that in mind, I'll be off tomorrow, but I'll see you guys on Saturday. Can't wait. Take care till then.